Hello once again my friends, Incendy here, and today we're going to have a look where the fabled hammer of nerfing is falling in this round of nerfs, starting from the 22nd of May. So first up we have the Naga Sea Witch. This is going to see its mana increase from 5 up to 8. I think this is going to be a fantastic change because it is one fairly big increase in mana for first things. So this is going to give players a lot more ability to deal with the effect that Naga Sea Witch has. The main effect obviously it has is its combination it can have to reduce the effects on giants. Essentially meaning you can play giants for essentially 0 to no mana quite early on in the game. Before that would have been turn 5. By increasing this up to 8 mana, that's going to make a big difference. Especially if you don't draw a coin, you're going to have to wait those few turns to play this to get its full effect, and by then the other player is hopefully going to have something to deal with this a lot better. 8 mana cards, we're going to have more powerful things I can play, and we're going to have an extra few turns to try and draw that card as well. So Naga Sea Witch from 5 to 8 mana, thumbs up on this one, fantastic change. Another balance tweak that I'm in favour of is the Spiteful Summoner. Again we're going to see a mana increase. Not as much as with the Sea Witch. From here we see an increase from 6 up to 7. Doesn't sound like a lot there, but I think that one increase is going to make a big difference to this card in general. The extra turn, again same with the Sea Witch, is going to give the other player a turn to draw an extra card, play a more powerful card, makes the board a little bit more even. And obviously at the moment the Spiteful Summoner is essentially playing a 7 mana card to get that 10 cost minion. Previously it was 6, now it's 7. It's still working fairly well I think. I think it's sat at quite a good point. If you think about it, you're playing a 7 mana card, you're still getting the body of the Spiteful Summoner, which is 4v4, plus whatever card you draw at the 10. It's still going to be a good card, still going to see a lot of play I think, just at one turn later. Another card we're going to see a tweak to is Dark Pact. This one we're going to see its effect for health. So at the moment it restores 8 health. From tomorrow onwards we're going to see it restoring 4 health. It's still destroying a minion, which if we're honest is the main use of Dark Pact, because it works well with Q block, other warlock effects, with all the minion sacrifice and so on. This one is one of the changes I don't really like. I think it should have kept its 8 health, but we should have seen an increase in mana cost of a card. The one increase cost in mana would make a difference. It would make it a little bit harder to play with combos, making those warlock combos a little bit more difficult to pull off. Because at the moment, 8 to 4, unless you're playing an aggressive deck, it's not going to make too much difference. There's still other ways warlocks can heal. This isn't going to make too much difference to the balance, I don't think. I'd rather have seen the increase in mana cost to make it takes that one extra turn to get those combos in place, to give the other player a chance to either get their own combos in place or have something to counter it with. So another hit for the Warlock next, the Possessed Lackey. This one we are seeing it increase from 5 mana up to 6, so a little bit similar to the Spiteful Summoner. We're seeing that one increase cost. It's going to delay it by 1 turn in the field. This is again going to give players the extra turn to come up with something to counter it, to draw the extra card that they may need to counter it, things like that. By increasing this cost I think this is going to work well. It's not going to have a major effect compared to like some other cards increases, but I think you may see it reduce so that people may only run one of these in a deck instead of a 2, like a lot of decks run now. May go for an extra minion instead, because the extra 1 increase in mana, it's delaying things by a turn. The other players can be able to counter it a little bit better. There might be something extra in place. So again, it's another hit to the Warlock. It is going to hit the Q blocks a little bit. Hopefully it's going to balance things out, because especially lower in the ladder, these cards working together, this and Dark Pact, it's a lethal combo. It's generally going to get you card control. You're going to start building up that board, and it's hard for the other person to deal with, especially on turn 5. That extra 1 mana might make a little bit of difference. So next up we have a slap in the face to the Paladin, and that's an alteration to Call to Arms. So it's got another increase in cost that we're seeing, so it's going up from 4 mana to 5 mana. I think one of the reasons for this is at the moment we're seeing 3 paladin decks. We're seeing the even, odd and Murloc paladin. Amongst these 3, the even and Murloc tend to be the most powerful. By increasing its cost up to 5, it's no longer playable in the even paladin, so it's out of the window for them. And with Murloc paladin, you've sort of got to weigh it up. So you're recruiting 3 minions that cost 2 or less. At 4 mana cost, fantastic trade. At 5, is it as good a trade? It's an extra turn you're waiting, and those 3 minions generally are going to be 1 cost or 2. So you're only, if you draw 3 2 costs, you're benefiting from 1 mana. It's still got the aggro effect of throwing 3 minions straight down our board, which is good, and taking those 3 cards out of the deck to increase your chances of drawing what you need next. So we may see it work in Odd Paladin. We'll wait and see on that one, but that's where we may see it work next, to try and boost the power of Odd Paladin. Other than that, like I said, it is going to have a little bit of effect. It's no longer an even Paladin, so we'll see how that one plays out. And last up for the nerfs, we've got the quest reward Crystal Core for the Rogue. Currently, you drop this 5 cost card after completing the quest, and it gives you the rest of the game, your minions are 5 and 5. Pretty good. It's going to be dropping down to 4 and 4. Looking at this first, it is going to make a difference, but how much of a difference is it going to make? So if you think you're fighting a board of 5 and 5s, it's pretty hard to beat. If you're fighting 4v4s, is that going to make much difference? It may take an extra turn, but it's still going to be fairly easy for them to whittle you down. And it's still, to be fair, worth the rogue going for that 4v4 side as well, because it is still quite a powerful board to possess. Potentially, if it was down to 3-3, that would have had more of an effect, because it's in the range of things like Duskbreaker and so on. But then would the quest be worth it? So I think it's a delicate card to get right. One thing that I am thinking though, potentially we've got an unintended buff as well, because at the moment, let's say you're playing a priest and you drop the Death Knight card, Shadow Reaper hands you in, and at the moment 5v5s, you're going to wipe them all out with power. With this now being 4 and 4, those minions won't be affected. The same is going to go for the Shadow Words as well. At the moment, that's going to sit in that sweet spot between the two, so you won't be able to sit with that spell either. So maybe a bit of an unintended buff, only against priests, but just something to keep in mind. But I do think 4 and 4, it's not going to make too much difference, but it may just make it, if you've got some presence on the board already, it may make it that little bit harder for rogues to take out what you've already got there. So if you've got some big taunt minions, it may just take that a little bit longer, but they can still throw out a hell of a lot of damage with the 1 cost minions they've got available, and obviously just resummoning those, you're still going to struggle if we get this down. So that brings us to the end of this round of nerfs. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. It means a lot, especially watching to the end of the video. It does show that you're enjoying what we're putting out and finding it informative, so big thumbs up and thank you again. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to start getting a couple of subscribers on the board. But other than that, thank you again. This is Incendi, over and out. See you next time.